If you want to achieve any high level success, it's not about what you do today, but about what you do every day. It's about the consistency of your daily habits. And today I'm going to go over the 3 daily habits that made me a multi-platinum music producer by the age of 22. First daily habit was that I wouldn't go a day without work. That means every single day I'm putting in some effort, I'm putting in some work towards my music production goals. When I was 17, 18, 19, riding out of my parents' house, I would challenge myself to make music every day. Even back then with no placements, I understood that it was going to take a certain work ethic to get where I needed to go. Sometimes I'll bring my laptop to school. Sometimes I would skip school, just stay at home to make beats. Not saying you should do that. I know I got a lot of young guys that watch me who'll be like, nah, what you said, just stay home. Hey, don't put that on me. But that's part of what I did in order to just get more work in. Now I'm 22 and I've got songs with Lil Durk, Lil Baby, Lil Shiesty, Raul Rodriguez, Chris Brown. Even if you aren't a music producer, developing the skill to work every day towards your goals, it will help you in any area you decide to pursue. By developing this habit, you'll be able to work even when you aren't seeing results. And that's such a powerful skill to have because being a producer is like owning a business. In fact, you are a business. Your beats and your music, that's your product. In order to succeed, you have to be able to grind through those years. Yes, I say years, where you may not be seeing any results at all. Nobody's hitting you up. Nobody is sending you DMs and being like, yo, let's work. Yo, I need beats for this person, I need beats for that. You're not getting any of that. You got to be able to grind through those years to get to that point where now you're a producer who's working with these big artists. I started producing in 2016, like really producing in 2016. It took me 5 years until I got my first major placement. However, I understood during that 5 years that eventually my work would pay off. That is why it's so critical. It's so critical to enjoy your work. So I remember making daily challenges like, listen, I'm gonna make 10 beats today. I'm gonna just lock in, zone in, just see if I can make 10 pack. Today, I'm gonna just make beats all from scratch. Today, I'm gonna make 5 beats. Today, I'm gonna make beats with all soul samples. You know, do stuff like that to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself fun so that everything's not so monotonous. We could get beat block real easily. We could get creativity block. We don't want that. We want to keep things flowing so that we can keep going. Now, the author Malcolm Gladwell outlined in his book Outliers that it takes 10,000 hours in order to master something. Businessman Naval Ravikant says it's not actually 10,000 hours that creates an outlier, but it is 10,000 iterations. An iteration is the repetition of a process. In our case, that process is making music. So I can make 10,000 beats or I can make 10,000 melodies. I'm gonna be way further ahead than the person that only made 1 beat but spent 10,000 hours on it. Not only do I have more volume because producing is partly a numbers game where you have 10,000 beats to send out, 10,000 melodies to send out. You're ready for any opportunities that come to you, but you also have went through a process where you said, okay, I'm gonna make a beat today. Then the next day, I'm gonna try to make another beat, but make it better than the last one. So you went through a process of constantly refining yourself, constantly getting better. And all of that constant movement, that will put you in a position way further than where you started. So I'm not advocating that you have to make 10 beats a day or that you have to just burn yourself out if you're not feeling like making music, but I'm saying at least do something every day that's gonna put you forward. That something could be networking with another producer. That something could be simply looking up artists and sending beats to artists in your local area. That something could be saying, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to play an instrument. I'm gonna practice that each day. But just make sure that you're doing at least something that's gonna put you ahead, because there's guys like me who will lock themselves in a room and make 100 beats for a week. So in order to compete with the guys like that, you've got to be able to put in that work every single day. Next daily habit that made me a multi-platinum music producer by 22 was focusing on my own path. You know, we're in the social media age. It's so easy to get caught up watching other people get placements, watching other people, you know, saying make their beats, watching other people say, oh, I want to make a beat like that. So many ways you could get caught up in somebody else's path and motion that you lose sight of your own. You know, when I was younger and I was a little less evolved in this space, I just was really concerned about how other people were getting their stuff so quick. You just getting all these places. How are you doing that? Like, I want to get those placements. And I started to feel a little envious towards other producers. I started to look at their pages and be like, damn, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. But at some point, a switch flipped to me. I said, you know what? I'm going about this wrong. I need to focus on me and myself. I started to realize that there was really no benefit in me looking at other people and just wanting what they had. Me looking at other people and saying, dang, I wish I could make a beat like that. And instead focusing on me and getting better in my own progression. So what I did was I shifted my mindset. I internalized the fact that we're all different. We all have our own path. Everyone is unique. You might see a 14-year-old get a feature placement and be like, dang, how did he get that? But you don't know that 14-year-old's connections. You don't know who his father is. He might be a music producer in the industry already with all the connections in the world. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how his brain works. Maybe he's a musical genius. It's not up to you to figure that out. It's up to you to figure out how are you going to get to a space where you can do great things in music. So the shift that happened was that I decided to stop focusing on other people. And what I would do is I would compare myself, not to others that I saw, but compare myself to my past self. How much better are my beats in December 2021 versus August 2021? How much better are my melodies? Can I actually hear a major artist rapping on me? That's the type of comparisons you need to do so that you can say, okay, cool, I'm progressing because of these metrics. During this time where I made this mindset shift, I also started to hear music a bit differently. You know, instead of hearing a beat and being like, dang, I wish I could make that. This is real good. I wish I could make it. I would say, wow, this is fire. I wonder how the producer did that. So instead of me just being envious and just wanting to make something like them or wanting to make something as good as that, it was me sitting back admiring the talent of another person and saying, okay, cool. What can I learn from them? How can I study this person, study their music and apply it to my own music? You see, that eagerness to learn came about naturally. I focused on my own self and my own progression. You'll see old videos on my YouTube channel where I break down Quay Global Sound because that's one of my favorite producers. That's one of the guys that I look up to as a producer. And I was like, yo, let me just go into the sound and just see how he creates the stuff because I want to learn. If he can't stand here next to me and just teach me, then that's how I learn. By studying his music. Don't focus on other people's past. Don't compare yourself to someone else's past and someone else's progress. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Compare yourself to what you want to be. Look into the future and say, I want to be this good, and do what you need to do to get to that point. The next daily habit that made me a multi-platinum music producer by the age of 22 is taking every opportunity serious. One of the main reasons why I have the placements I have is because every opportunity that's presented to me, I take it seriously. I don't play around with it. Let me explain what I mean. When I was a younger producer, I would send beats to anybody. If it was a local artist, somebody just coming up. If I saw an artist had some buzz or something, I'm like, you know what, let me just send to this artist because maybe they might be the next guy. And I'm locked in with them. You never know. So if somebody's like, yeah, I got a friend of a friend, you know, this friend, he's close to Playboi Carti. So if you send me his beats, I'll send it. I would do stuff like that. I'm like, listen, let me get the place. I would scour the internet, post beats on the internet, do anything to get my music heard. This habit of taking every opportunity that's presented to you very seriously is very important for us producers because placements come about so many different ways. I got my first Lil Baby placement by sending melodies to a producer named iRock on the Beat. Now, iRock on the Beat is my guy now, but back then, you know, 2017, 2018, 2019, I saw him bubbling, you know, he's going crazy. I tried to link up with him. I tried to send him some stuff. Tried to, get in contact, see if we could collab. He left my DM on scene. So he hit me back up in about 2021 and I saw the DM and I was like, wow, I'm more valuable now. I'm better now as a producer. I'm somebody that he can actually see and say, hey, we can come together and create something versus back then when I first hit him up, it probably would have been a little bit more one-sided where he was the only one that could provide value to the relationship. See, instead of letting my ego get in the way, I took the opportunity that was in front of me seriously. I said, you know what? I'm going to send him my melody. And when I sent him melodies, I didn't just send him just 4 melodies or 5 melodies. No, I sent him my whole pack. You know, all my melodies I made up until that point. I don't care if it's an A&R that hits you up, a small buzzing artist, a friend that says he got a friend that could send to this guy, an engineer, whoever it is, take that opportunity seriously. That A&R might be close to a multitude of artists. A lot of people say, oh, A&Rs, they can't really get you placements. Well, sometimes they can. If you got an engineer hitting you up for beats, definitely take that serious because the engineer is the person that's right next to the artist. That's who you want. That's the plug. If an artist hits you up, you already know what to do. Another producer hits you up, yo, send me this. Yo, pull up to this session. We're going to be here. You might pull up to a session for a lower level artist and you're like, I don't really want to go, but I'm going to go anyway. And then all of a sudden, Future walks in because that's just how things go sometimes. You might just fall into something. Now you got an even bigger opportunity. But if you didn't take that smaller opportunity in the beginning, it would have never happened. There's this quote that I really like. It says that men of action are favored by the goddess of luck. When we take action on the opportunities that are in front of us, we increase our chances of more opportunities in the future, but also the opportunity to just get lucky. If I see all the opportunities in front of me and I just go at all of them full force, boom, 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 boom. One of them hits, this is the one. Some might say you got lucky, but really what you did was you took advantage of the opportunities in front of you. You took action. So answer those DMs, get in touch with those artists, get in touch with those engineers, send to those emails that you see. Nobody's gonna steal your beats. And if they do, copyright them. You'll be all right. Take advantage of every opportunity in front of you. Peace.